Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you the basic skills in the game volleyball. Learning volleyball is fun and it is playable by anyone who dares to play this as long as they are willing to acquire the fundamental skills needed. As we can see, the best teams are always the most highly skilled teams. The secret of these highly skilled teams lies within their willingness to improve their skill, and as long as their skills level is improving, players will naturally try to improve their skill level and will experience more success later on. This is the most important mentality among each beginner who is willing to learn and play volleyball. So let's now dive into the first skill of volleyball. Number 1 is serve. It is the act of putting the ball into the play by the back right player placed in the service zone, making it as an integral part of volleyball match. It is very important that you serve with consistency because a highly effective service will score an outright winning an ace. Every time that your team is serving is a manifestation that your team is scoring. In order to add more points, make sure that you are serving with accuracy and speed to get the ball into the court, targeting the defense's weakness. Here are some types of how to serve the ball. Number 1 is the underhand serve, the most common type of serving, especially among the beginners, where the player strikes the ball from below at waist level. In international competitions, this type of serving is not generally employed because it is very easy to receive. Thus, there is no chance of having a winning ace. Number 2 is the overhand serve. Unlike the first type of serving, this is more advanced and common among skilled players. It is a serve in which a player strikes the ball with his hand above the shoulder. Next is the passing skill. Passing is once the ball is released into your team's court, either after the serve or hit over the net by the opposing team. The next move is be able to receive the ball and pass it to your teammate, preventing the ball from touching the court. Passing receiving denotes the first contact of a team. Passes to a teammate who sets it for the spike to hit into the opponent's court, which is usually a hand held by the libero. Here are some types of pass. Number 1 is the forearm pass. An underarm pass that is the first basic pass in volleyball, sometimes referred to as the bump pass, where the ball touches the inside part of the joint forearms and waistline. It is best used in receiving serves. Spikes play any ball at waist level or lower and play any ball that has gone to the net. Number 2 is the overhead pass. After a bump or forearm pass, which is usually the first contact, a team's second contact of the ball in the three-step offensive effort is an overhead pass. In doing an overhead pass, the player holds the ball with both hands open, controlled by the fingertips of the head. The number 3 skill is the setting. Setting is an overhead pass that you execute to place the ball in a position for the attack is a set pass. It is the most efficient pass to be used, especially in the second contact hit, because a well-placed set enhances the attacking team's ability to gain an advantage over the opponent. Setter should be knowledgeable enough of his spikers whether he will set the ball either be forward pass or back pass, and the height of the set will depend upon the type of spike decided by the spiker. Sometimes a setter refrains from erasing the ball for a teammate to perform a spike and tries to play it directly onto the opponent's court. This method is called a dump. Let us go now to the fourth skill in volleyball, which is the spiking. Spiking is after the ball is set by a setter in the last legal hit made by the team that creates an explosive action inside the playing court. It is the attack or spike done by the skilled attacker or spiker. Most of the time, majority of teams' points came from a well-executed successful spike. Thus, it is important to learn this skill, and due to the many variables associated with spiking, its timing is difficult and its success. So now let's proceed to the last part of the skill, which is blocking. We all know that spiking is one way to gain more points, and whoever team has the strongest spikers will have a greater chance of winning the match. Blocking, as defined under International Rule (FIVB) Rule 2017 to 2020, is the action of players close to the net to intercept the ball coming from the opponent by reaching higher than the top of the net, regardless of the height of the ball contact. Successful blocks will hinder your opponent's spike in gaining points once the block ball rebounds off the blocker's hands directly into the opponent's court, or if the blocker deflects the ball so that it goes high in the air on the blocker's team side of the court. Only the front row players are permitted to halt an opponent's attack, and they need to be careful because the most common blocking violation is touching the net. Block contact is not considered as the first hit. Here are some types of blocking. Single block. One player blocks at a time and it is often not enough to stop opposing attack. Then number 2 is multiple block. A block where 2 or 3 players of the front row join together forming a double or triple block, which is referred to as multiple blocks. So in executing the block, either a single or multiple block, it is performed by jumping and reaching to penetrate with one arms and hands over the net and to the opponent's area. That's all, thank you.